Buckle up, fam. Tonight's lineup is straight out of a reality TV fever dream. From moms with lollipops to shady Instagram clues and even a divorce that just vanished. We've got it all. First up, fire. Karen Everett, Chantel's mom, storms the 90-day hunt for love tell-all like she owns the stage. Hat flick? Check. Lollipops for the suckers? Double check. And she's not just shading Chantel's girlfriend Ashley, she's calling her out for using her to get close to Chantel. But here's the twist. Pedro's sister Nicole actually chimes in saying she's grown up and now wishes Chantel and Ashley happiness. A Jimeno defending Chantel? What timeline are we even in? Meanwhile, the rumor mill is grinding hard. Could Chantel's ex-husband, Pedro Jimeno, really be dating Rob Warren's ex, Sophie Sierra? Ripped jeans and matching sneakers have fans convinced. Even Chantel's castmates couldn't hold back a collective "what?" at the tell-all. If true, this love triangle turned love square is about to blow the fandom wide open. And finally, remember Leida Margaretha and Eric? After fights, tragedy, and even an arrest, their marriage looked over. But plot twist, Leida filed to dismiss the divorce, a judge signed off, and suddenly she's back on weekend Corvette getaways with Eric. Court drama, Amazon packages piling up, and whispers she might have flown back to Indonesia. It's messy, confusing, and exactly why we can't look away. So, grab your snacks and don't blink, because reality TV just out-dramatized itself. Now, let's roll straight into our first story. Karen Everett versus Ashley Bashley at the tell-all. 90-Day Fiancé's most dramatic mom just hijacked the Hunt for Love tell-all, and what she dropped on Chantel and Ashley has the fandom reeling. This wasn't just a cameo, it was a full-blown ambush. So here's how it all went down. Cameras roll, the stage is set, and suddenly, boom! Karen Everett makes her cinematic entrance. First move, she whips off her hat with theatrical flair, practically announcing, "Mama's here and she's not here to play nice." The crowd gasps. The cast freezes, and even the hosts look like they weren't prepared for this level of drama. And Karen didn't come empty-handed. Nope, she came armed with lollipops. That's right, she strolls right up to Ashley and Chantel, hands them each a lollipop, and says it's for the suckers. Now let's talk about Ashley, because Karen didn't hold back. In front of the entire cast, Karen accused Ashley of using her to get close to Chantel. She claimed Ashley was her friend long before Chantel ever entered the picture, and once Ashley got what she wanted, she ditched Karen and moved right in with Chantel. That's betrayal with a capital B. And the cameras caught every eye roll, side eye, and gasp. But it doesn't stop there. Karen called her daughter a sucker. Yes, on national television, for falling for Ashley's so-called tricks. Chantel sat there visibly torn, embarrassed, and maybe even questioning how much of this was true. Ashley tried to clap back, but Karen's voice cut through louder, sharper, and honestly, more entertaining. Cue the fan reactions. Social media lit up like wildfire. One tweet reads, "Karen tossing out lollipops was the kind of unhinged energy I live for." Another fan chimed in, "Petition to make Mama Karen a permanent cast member. The woman is the drama." And yet, not everyone is Team Karen. A Reddit thread with thousands of upvotes accused her of sabotaging Chantel's happiness, saying, if she's really supportive, why humiliate her daughter on stage? Enter Nicole Jimeno, Pedro's sister, who has historically been Chantel's biggest enemy. Shockingly, she jumped into the drama on Instagram and said people used to blame their family for wrecking Chantel's marriage, but Karen's antics prove otherwise. Even more surprising, Nicole admitted she has grown, that she wants Chantel happy, and actually wished her blessings with Ashley. Fans were floored. Imagine the villain turning supportive, while the mom becomes the main saboteur. That's the plot twist none of us had on our 90-day bingo cards. As if the stage theatrics and shade bombs weren't enough, The timing of Karen's attack has everyone talking. Chantel just recently introduced Ashley as her girlfriend, marking a big moment in her personal life. For Karen to hijack that with candy props and accusations, it's classic reality TV sabotage, but also the kind of viral moment producers live for. Stick around because the drama doesn't end here. If you thought lollipops were wild, wait till you hear who Chantel's ex, Pedro, is rumored to be dating now. Let's just say his new mystery woman has fans shook. Rumors are swirling that Pedro Jimeno is dating none other than Sophie Sierra. Yes, Rob Warren's ex. The hints are piling up, and their exes are not keeping quiet. So here's the tea. During the Hunt for Love Tell-All Part 2 preview, a bombshell dropped. Rob Warren, Sophie's ex, casually hinted that Sophie is actually seeing Chantel's ex-husband, Pedro. And the cast reaction? Pure chaos. Tiffany Franco blurted out the night's most relatable line. Oh my God, what the fuck? Cue gasps, side eyes, and fans clutching their pearls everywhere. But wait, it gets juicier. Back in February, eagle-eyed fans noticed something odd on Instagram. Sophie posted a pic from a road trip with a mystery man behind the wheel. Meanwhile, Pedro uploaded his own story from Lake Travis in Austin, Texas. Same day, same background, and yes, the same ripped jeans and sneakers spotted in Sophie's shot. Internet detectives immediately put two and two together, and the shipping began. Fast forward to the tell-all filming in June, and Rob himself is stirring the pot. He tells the cast, "From what I've heard, she's actually talking to Pedro." Chantel, sitting right there, looked visibly stunned. And honestly, so did Pedro, who tried to play it cool but definitely gave off that Cotton 4K energy. Let's not forget the backstory here. Sophie was once married to Rob. Fans followed their whirlwind romance through 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, Happily After After Season 8, and even The Last Resort. But the marriage barely lasted a year before the two split, citing trust issues and constant fights. Meanwhile, Pedro's messy breakup with Chantel played out across the family Chantel, with both sides throwing daggers at each other's families. These two come from the most drama-filled corners of the franchise, so pairing them together, it's basically a TLC producer's dream scenario. And of course, fans have thoughts. One Reddit user posted, "If Pedro and Sophie are really dating, this is the crossover event of the century." Another wrote, "Pedro always finds a way to stay in the TLC spotlight. First Chantel, now Sophie. Man knows how to pick 'em." Over on Twitter, reactions were equally messy, with memes showing Chantel sipping tea while the internet screamed, "Not my ex marrying my ex's ex." Adding fuel to the fire, neither Pedro nor Sophie has outright denied the rumors. In fact, Sophie's been dropping cryptic captions like "new beginnings, new energy," while Pedro recently posted a gym selfie with the quote, "Loyalty isn't words, it's actions." Fans are dissecting every emoji and timestamp, convinced these two are playing coy until the tell-all officially airs. And then there's the ex's angle. Rob seems half salty, half shady, clearly enjoying being the one to stir the pot on camera. Chantel, meanwhile, looked more shocked than angry, though given everything else going on in her life with Ashley and Karen, maybe she's just too drained to process another plot twist. Still, watching Chantel react to Pedro possibly dating Sophie is reality TV gold, and fans are dying to see her unfiltered thoughts in Part 2. Keep it locked, because the family drama is far from over. Just when Chantel's mom, Karen, goes nuclear on Ashley, guess who suddenly shows up with unexpected support? Yup, Pedro's sister Nicole is stepping into the ring with her own shocking reaction. Let's set the stage. The Hunt for Love Tell-All already had chaos written all over it, but Karen Everett dialed things up to 11. She waltzed in, flicked her hat like she was auditioning for a Western, handed out lollipops to Ashley and Chantel while calling them suckers, and accused Ashley of using her just to get close to Chantel. The stunt went instantly viral, with fans dubbing it the Lollipop ambush. But here's where the plot twist. Enter Nicole Jimeno, Pedro's sister and for years Chantel's sworn rival. Remember, Nicole practically built her brand on clashing with Chantel during the family Chantel. She threw shade, she sabotaged, she did everything possible to make Pedro and Chantel's marriage implode. So, naturally, you would expect Nicole to side with Karen, right? Wrong. On Instagram, Nicole dropped a bomb. She wrote, "People were always blaming my family, but now you can see that we were never the problem." Boom. Translation, she's calling out Karen as the real saboteur. And fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. Nicole Jimeno, of all people, pointing the finger at Karen instead of Chantel. And she didn't stop there. In a follow-up post, Nicole admitted she and Chantel had plenty of bad blood in the past, but insisted she's matured. Her words, "On the contrary, if she is happy and at peace now with that girl, I can only wish them blessings." Did you catch that? Nicole is publicly blessing Chantel's relationship with Ashley. Cue the record scratch. Fans lit up the comment sections like fireworks. One tweet reads, "Not Nicole Jimeno being the voice of reason in 2025. What alternate reality is this?" Another said, "When Nicole is rooting for Chantel and Ashley, you know Karen went too far." Reddit threads piled up with memes of Nicole in a superhero cape, captioned, "The ally we never expected." But let's be clear, Nicole's shade wasn't just a random outburst. It was strategic. By pointing out Karen's antics, Nicole reminded viewers that the Everetts weren't exactly saints during her brother's marriage either. She's reframing the whole family feud, almost rewriting her own villain arc into something softer, more self-aware. And this puts Chantel in an awkward position. On one side, she's got her mom, Karen, throwing candy-coated insults and undermining her new relationship in front of millions. On the other, she's got Nicole, the woman who once wished her downfall, suddenly acting like a cheerleader for her love life. The irony is almost too much to process. The tell-all stage has seen a lot over the years, but this moment felt different. For longtime viewers, seeing Nicole step into the role of the supportive ex-sister-in-law is a full-circle shocker. It almost feels like we're witnessing a rebrand in real time. Nicole 2.0, no longer the villain, but maybe, just maybe, the truth teller. Of course, not everyone is buying it. Some fans argue Nicole is just using the drama to polish her image and grab attention now that Pedro's star power has cooled. A viral TikTok stitched her quotes with a snarky caption. "Funny how Nicole only grew a conscience when the cameras were rolling again." But even skeptics admit it's a juicy twist no one saw coming. Don't touch that dial, because the next couple we're diving into is even messier. Leida Margaretha and Eric were headed for divorce after arrests, court drama, and tragedy. But now, she's suddenly pulling the plug on the split. Wait till you hear this roller coaster. Let's rewind this tangled mess. Leida and Eric have had one of the rockiest rides in 90 Day Fiancé history. Constant fights, disturbing domestic abuse claims, and the heartbreaking death of their newborn daughter. Add to that Leida's string of legal troubles, arrests for disorderly conduct, animal mistreatment, and bail jumping. And you think divorce was the only option left on the table. In fact, just a month ago, both filed for separation. Eric even posted on Facebook announcing the split. From jail, Leida filed her own divorce paperwork. It looked like the end of the line for this stormy marriage. But plot twist, Leida just filed a stipulation dismissing the divorce and separation. Eric signed off, and a judge approved it the very same day. That's right, the divorce is canceled. Now here's where things get even more confusing. Reports from bloggers who track the couple say that Eric has been picking Leida up every Friday night in his Corvette and taking her on weekend trips. They dress up, go out, and act like nothing ever happened. Then he drops her off on Sunday night, rinse and repeat. It's like their own twisted version of date night. Meanwhile, fans noticed Leida has been getting packages. Lots of them. Amazon deliveries stacking up almost daily. Some think Eric is showering her with gifts as a way to patch things up. Others believe it's Leida back to her old habits of living large on Eric's dime. Then there's Alessandro, Leida's son from a previous relationship. Reports claim he no longer lives in the U.S. and has returned to Indonesia with his mom. That lines up with rumors that after the baby's death, Leida went back overseas to regroup. So is she splitting her life between Indonesia and the States? Or does she move back for good to try again with Eric? The timeline is as messy as their relationship. And we can't forget the legal side. Leida's bill-jumping case is still hanging over her. She pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, claiming her mental state made her incapable of reasoning clearly. That plea, paired with the sudden reconciliation, has fans raising eyebrows. Is this about love? About survival? About optics in court? Maybe all three. Social media reactions have been brutal. One Reddit comment with thousands of upvotes reads, "Leida and Eric made Karen and Chantel's drama look like kindergarten." Another wrote, "If you need a flowchart to follow a couple's relationship, it's probably not a healthy one." On Twitter, memes of Eric's Corvette are circulating with captions like, "Weekend Uber for toxic lovebirds." Still, there's a segment of fans who think this could be the start of a reconciliation. One fan commented, "If Eric is willing to pick her up every weekend and she's trying to work on herself, maybe they deserve another chance." Whether that's hope or delusion depends on how you feel about Leida and Eric after years of chaos on screen. If you love the drama, don't forget, hit like, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you're always first in line, and jump in the comments with your hottest takes. Follow us on socials for even more behind-the-scenes spice. And tomorrow, we're diving into an even juicier bombshell that'll flip the fandom on its head. Trust me, you will not want to miss this one. This is Paper Highlighter, your daily dose of reality TV chaos. Stay bold, stay messy, and as always, stay fabulous, Fame Fam.